We got up on the Tuesday morning and told the kids we were going away for a few days and gave them each a case to help with. Here we are arriving at Derby bus station. At this point the big two thought we were going abroad, as this was the airport bus. This is us walking into the Derby train station, where the kids were still none the wiser as to where we were going. We set off with 2 suitcases, a hold-on, 3 backpacks, 4 kids. Little did the kids know we were in for a long day, as we had already done 2 buses and was now getting on the first train to London. Then we had 2 undergrounds, followed by a train to Southampton.
A few moments later.
This was us waiting for the first train at Derby train station. This was the first time the kids had been on a proper train. This was us arriving at St Pancras station. This is where things got a little hectic, as the train was late arriving, and I really don't like the fast pace of the city. It's hard keeping track of where we need to be and for kids. Once we had got off the last underground at Clapham Junction, the train to Southampton Central was so busy there was no room for the passengers from our train to get on. The train guard was really helpful trying to get us on the train. He told us to jump on the next train at this platform, which would take us to Basingstoke, then change there for Southampton. So we jumped on only to find out that the Southampton train would have left 15 minutes before we arrived. So we ended up getting off at Woking and jumping on a train to Portsmouth, then changing again to Bursledon, arriving 4 minutes later than planned. This brings us to the whole reason for this trip. As you will be aware from our previous episodes, we bought a boat in Croatia. This boat was a Bavaria 39 and was in charter until October, which was fine with us. As time went by, we started looking at the things we needed to get into place ready for heading to Croatia to complete the sail. By now we had realised that there was things that we thought came with the boat that didn't, and this was all starting to add up, which I will go through with you later on in the episode. I was having a little nosy, as you do on Yacht World, and saw that Katie at Clipper Marine had advertised a Bavaria 44. I mentioned it to Chris in conversation and he said call Katie. It was around 7 p.m. I tried to call Katie but she had finished for the day, which I thought she would have done. I sent a text. Katie got back to us to tell us that the boat was already sold. We was gutted. A couple of days later, she phoned to say that the man who had flown from Scotland had been on a sea trial and decided that she was too big for him, so the boat was ours. We were so excited, but then we ran into a problem. Our money is an account that takes a while to get out, and the old owner wanted the sale done in 7 days, which we couldn't do. After speaking with the bank and the old owner, we managed to get it sorted, and we paid the deposit on the Friday and the rest as soon as it was released on the Monday, thankfully. Here is a quick look around inside. We will get into a proper boat tour hopefully before we set sail. But this is our boat. She is a Bavaria 44 with 3 cabins, 2 heads and a host of extras that we will get into detail in the full boat tour. One of the reasons we decided to buy another boat was due to the price that the boat in Croatia was going to cost us. So we thought we'd run through the different prices that it was going to cost us for the Croatia boat compared to the price that the UK boat didn't cost us, and share with you the savings we made. So the first thing was the registration. So the Croatian boat was VAT unpaid. So we needed to change the flag from a Croatian flag to any other flag, but obviously not Croatian. We wanted to do a UK flag, but the cost of this was £1,033. The UK boat was already registered under a Part 1 UK flag, so all we needed to do was change the registration over from the old name to the new name, and that cost us £105. The survey for Croatia was £556. At the moment, we haven't had the survey done on the UK boat, purely because it was a sold as seen boat, but it will be having a survey, and that's going to cost us around £700. For the registration of the Croatia boat, we had to have a tonnage done of the boat, and this was going to cost us £700. The UK boat has already had a tonnage weight done, so this doesn't need to be done again. The travel to get to Croatia cost us £200. The travel to get to Southampton was £225. For us to move over to Croatia, or all our belongings over to the boat in Croatia, it was going to be costing us £1,100. But to move everything down to Southampton, it's £400. Then to stay in Croatia, we needed a hotel, as we couldn't stay on the boat. So that cost us £278. Then for insurance purposes, we also needed a rigging inspection. So we had to have this done on top of the survey, because a survey doesn't give you a full rigging inspection. And this was going to cost us £1,354. We also needed to export the boat in Croatia, which was £257. Excuse me. There was no dinghy on the boat in Croatia, so this was going to cost us £600 for a new one. There was no EPIRB, and that was going to cost us again £439. More flights to get over to Croatia was £350, and then storage was going to cost us £2,100, and the storage is for the berthing in the marina in Croatia. Now the marina, so that the berthing for the UK UK boat was already included in the boat price, so we haven't had to pay any costs towards the marina. So the total price that it was going to cost us for the Croatia boat was £8,967. The total cost of what the UK boat would cost was £1,475,000. The saving was £7,492, which sold it to us really, because that was a massive saving.